back, just go ahead and interrupt me. Otherwise, I'm just going to proceed.
Go for it.
Go, Jack, go.
So, you are eventually brought by this little child who returns to take you to the festival, along with her current guardians, the various spiders. As you take you over, you find that the central area, which is not visible on the map, which is the central column in which technically houses the main pillars which hold the building together, and a larger spider which is literally the size of this entire tunnel you're in, descends from above and speaks to you guys in a very deep tone that shakes the very foundation of the building, welcoming you guys as well as anyone else who has recently come here to their village and to their homes. She tells you that it's been a long time since they had visitors, longer since that they had more or less welcoming visitors who they just let into the village and has come to live with them. She even mentions the little girl because they have essentially taken over her guardianship until the new town is being made.
Mm-hmm.
She tells you the feast will begin in a moment, but that after a recent death, she does take a brief moment to mention the man who died in service to her kinsman, Ren, the court wizard. He walks out. He's a little injured. He says, unfortunately, he will not be able to join us. He was injured in the most recent event and must take time to rest. Though he will be up and about tomorrow, though I have forbidden him from working. As he takes a look at the guy. Apparently he's a bit of a workaholic. After that, the larger spire retreats back into its wherever it came from. Not totally sure how the thing fits anywhere in the city, since it's about an eighth, let's say a 16th the size of the city as a whole, which is still very big.
Somewhere on the roof.
Likely. Perhaps even its own little alcove above, almost onto the surface almost. Perhaps the only way to the surface is moving through this guy's living room. So good luck with that. Don't upset the giant spider people.
No. Never. So, never dream of it.
From there, the adults are given food, drink, and other things. The children are kept distracted and given various toys and other things to play with. Everyone's exchanging gifts. You are not expected to give gifts, but as a few of the individuals come by and give you things, it's up to you to choose to give them anything back.
I have that little toy compass I could give back.
You give them the toy compass. They understand this is a gift. They accept it. It's not about the actual item. It's about the thought.
Was it like adults or kids coming up?
The ones we're gonna say there were adults and kids. So you clearly gave it to a child, right?
Yes. Yeah.
They like it. They smile, or as close as you can tell, and leave.
Okay.
The general items you receive are, for the most part, basic necessities. Technically, they would also be counted as trade goods. You receive cloth, spools of silk. If anyone wants to write this down.
Yeah, I'm putting it in the mysterious cart now.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay. So mark it down as trading goods, or TG, trading goods. Cloth, silk, and the last one is a large cask of spider venom ale, which is what we're going to call it.
Okay.
That's a cool name.
Eventually, the kids are taken away, and the adults are invited to come to the secondary part of the festival. You are not expected to come, they do offer you to join them.
I'm curious.
Okay. So the other humans and other people from the from the actual surface tell you that the various ceremonies they have are taking place at this rather unique thing that they found in the caves, and you're taken here, which is a little ways, not too far off actually, but it's in the cave, which takes you a little further down, and you find yourself here. They tell you that it is a tradition of their people to make a small sacrifice in name of peace and other things They are not, of course, talking about you guys, though you might have, felt a little chill down your spine when they mentioned that. As they bring out a large pig that is not yet been roasted.
See, I was about to jump up and yell, "Ha! I told ya!"
But yes, they are making a sacrifice of a pig.
Is this to their deity?
Do you ask them that?
I will ask. Is this a religious?
They tell you that
sanctuary?
though they understand that you believe in various different gods and deities, they believe in nature as a whole, a intelligent being. You would consider this as part of the Gaia theory.
Okay.
And they are making a sacrifice as to the concept of they are taking from the land food, water, and other resources. So periodically they make a sacrifice back. And they are offering a pig, which is unique to them. It's the first time they had a pig to make an offer, and that's what they're doing. After the sacrifice is completed, i.e. draining the pig of the blood, they proceed to roast the pig over the pit, bring out several kegs of spider venom ale, and you all drink and be merry. Thok is given a rather large barrel of his own to drink.
Careful, Thok.
Ooh.
So before you guys get completely drunk, one of the engineers walks up to the thing and says that this is a rather interesting anomaly, which is what all locations with interesting traits but no exact resources will be considered anomalies. He says that this anomaly could perhaps power a large thermal generator or perhaps other devices. It could easily power a city if, but technically they would have to remove the giant pedestal and install stuff in this so-called sacred site, so they're probably not going to be allowed to do that. But if you were to find a similar thing in other locations, you may be able to equip such devices and power a small city from one of these.
Now, when you say power a small city, are we talking electricity and lights? Are we talking about heating or?
Mostly heating and steam engines.
Oh, steampunk. Gotcha.
So we're avoiding the electricity and other gas-fired things, but we're in modern enough time where steampunk is a thing. So that's the length of technology right now.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, because we do have airships, so steampunk isn't too far off.
Well, that could be purely magical too.
Yeah. Well, here they're talking science. This is an engineer you're talking to.
Okay. I want to ask one of the spiders if there's more shrines like this.
They tell you that this is the only one they found in this area, because clearly they came here. Part of the reason why they settled here is because of this shrine. They tell you that
Fascinating.
the thermal vents, they say, lead to a central spot somewhere, and they believe that all of it connects together, and that these various vents lead to Gaia herself.
Well, that's the thing. These are floating islands, so this can't go down to the core of the planet.
It cannot. So there must be something somewhere. Heat, generating enough heat for this.
My character does not have high enough intelligence to figure out what I'm thinking.
Well, that happens a lot, which is why some people always play wizards, just so they have that in, so they can't okay, because I don't understand this theory that I just came up with.
Yeah.
I don't have to.
I just say it out of character. My character doesn't know it, but this is what I think is going on.
Oh, it's totally a floating engine. Whatever the hell's happening, this thing is keeping these islands afloat.
I mean, look at
these
that.
series. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole pedestal is being held down by chains.
Yeah.
This could easily be it's just the exhaust vent of a giant engine.
Yes.
The idea that it all leads to one point, it could just be several exhaust ports out of one massive engine that powers the entire island to keep it afloat.
So, okay.
But yeah.
I'm just wondering if those statues were there before or were added later.
You're. I guess you do pose the question. That's a simple enough question. They say that the statues, the other like ceremonial stuff was all included after the fact. This was already here.
Okay.
Oh.
Like they clearly built it and stuck it here, or perhaps they made slaves build it. At the end of the day, you still don't know that for sure.
As for getting drunk, I'm probably gonna have like my 1 cup and not drink too much because I'm already afraid of this stuff. But
Go ahead and make your.
purposely not going to get like.
You take like 1 sip, and you're sure right off the bat that this is
I'm buzzed
a
already.
lot of alcohol. This is almost like 20% alcohol, which is a lot.
20% alcohol is 40 proof.
There you go, man. You want some 40 proof alcohol? That's like a shot of whiskey in a cup.
I'm purposely not going to get drunk. I'll get buzzed, but that's about it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Finn is already waiting for the screaming to start, so he's just going to, just going to act like he's just sipping at it and just basically just let it touch his lips, and that's it. I'm waiting for the screaming to start.
Mm. Although screaming never starts, they proceed to dance, which for the spiders consists of walking in circles and nothing else. But they are also doing it vertically and in other locations where there's floor. So they're literally doing it wherever they want, whereas the humans can only, stand on the floor. For the most part, after that, the engineer does speak with you. Says that if only I could go out with you guys and find one of these thermal vents, I could examine the location and see if we can't build even a smaller engine. Even a small one we could find would be valuable to us as a collectible resource.
If we find one, well, definitely gonna. We might have to keep it a secret from spiders, but
they seem rather generous, and since they don't use it themselves, I don't think they'll have too much of an issue with it. Though the main thing I need to be aware of is I doubt you have such expertise yourself. You will definitely need to bring me along, or perhaps another engineer, in order to examine the location properly and make use of it.
Well, we'll be making a map everywhere we go, so we'll be able to guide you to where we do find one.
He nods. He says it'd be rather interesting, and basically what I'm getting at is that either you need to bring one of them along, which is a valid way to go. Take one of them, head out, and search around, or you can find it, come back to the town wherever they're making the first settlement, and from there you can instruct them to build it. But it's his idea of finding the one spot on the map to make your first town with the actual power generator, rather than build a town and then look for a power generator.
Yeah,
right.
It's two opposing ideas. Either gather resources and be ready to build a new town, or build your first town on a generator, so you're just starting with 1 foot ahead.
All right, I'm just going to tell him, work up your resume. We will discuss this tomorrow before we...
He tells you his name is Benny.
Benny!
Benny, he's a mechanic. He's a steampunk mechanic, if you want to go down to that much detail. And he's your go-to guy for engineering. He also seems to be captain of the actual mechanics. Engineering and mechanics.
What's his class?
He has no actual class. He's
a tinkerer.
So he's going to be useless. Wonderful.
He will not be helpful in combat. But
He is not combat.
But he's a captain of that group who leads the builders, essentially.
All right. So, how drunk is Sock already?
He has his own barrel, so.
Okay, because I asked him to do one thing, and so far he hasn't done it. So I guess I'll do it myself. I want to check. I want to check with the spiders to find out if this spider venom ale is for sale.
Yeah. When you head over there to discuss, negotiating a price and seeing if they have a thing, you find out one of the individuals are already on that. When you walk up, she says her name is... What is her name? Sorry. Her name is Tara. No, sorry, Terra is not the right one. That's the gatherer. You're looking for the tradesman that is...
For booze.
I didn't give her a name. Give me a name.
Elise.
Elise? Alright, her name is Elise.
Okay.
And Terra is the gatherer, and you'll find a hunter later on, which is Terrence.
Okay, no problem. Now I have no problem. You can get some too. I'm just want to use it for trade goods while we're out dealing with the indigenous species.
So Elise says, yes. We're trying to discuss a price now. So, for the most part, she tells you that they seem to be trade only in smaller batches, which, in a way, does have a value in the form of price, but since we have to have it packaged and move around with it, a larger supply would definitely be better. She's currently trying to discuss larger mass production of one type of ale rather than several smaller ones.
Okay, I gotcha.
So she says that they look like they could definitely give us a few barrels right now for our price, but it'll be a while before they can make us large stockpiles.
No problem. I'd be happy with just 2 more casks to travel with for the moment.
She speaks with the spires, and they take a brief moment. It says they would be willing to sell it to you for about 25 gold apiece. It's a decent price, I suppose. That's a cask, not a barrel.
Yeah, I understand. Cask is like a cask of black powder, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The small mini barrels. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. But if you want it, you're welcome to buy it. I would personally wait a little bit longer.
If you get that back home, you can sell it for like 200 probably.
It's extremely unique.
Not to mention, you sit down, you make a deal with the indigenous people, you whip this out, you say, okay, everybody drink up. Then when they're all passed out, you take their shit and run.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah, and then you go on my scroll.
And then, like later that week, Flock gets like a message sent to him, like, find this man and bring him in. And it's like each of you guys.
Thok has his own face on a wanted poster, and he looks around for everybody.
He can't find it. Everyone says it's you. It's you in the photo. It says, okay, who is you? Where can I find you? Says,
Where can I find you?
Oh, that's all right. When you guys were off doing your break, I was telling Jack that I was going to go ahead and draw a picture of Raven and build a wanted poster and slide it into Thok's stuff.
Like, it would definitely work. Like, I doubt Thok would make the connection. Like, perhaps this new scroll in his backpack was never there before.
He's got nothing there. He doesn't count.
Mm.
All right, so I can't afford 25. Well, I had like 200 left over, but I bought the horse, and I also invested in some other stuff that will be of use.
Mm. So, guys, what do you want to do?
I want to wait till morning, really, but like continue on with festivities.
Okay.
Yeah, Thok's still drinking.
So, when the pork is done, one of the individuals who comes up to you says that... Well, I forgot her name again. What's her name? The child? What's her face?
Diana.
Diana. It says that Diana had fun and enjoyed spending time with you guys, and though it was rather short, she did, appreciate being around other humans. She can't tell the difference that you're
Other
humans.
elves.
Yeah. She says humans, though.
Mm.
She says that you're welcome to stay with them if you ever need a place to stay and blah 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 stuff like that. And that she will be remiss when you guys finish your first town and she moves in with other humans or whatever.
Okay.
Other than that, they at this point in time, she says that there is a secondary part to this festival, but you are not required to stick around, as it's getting pretty late at this point in time.
Can I ask what is the second part of the festival?
Making a secondary offering to our leader, the large spider which you met earlier. Did you catch that?
Okay, so
yeah, the giant spider.
that's when the screaming starts. Okay.
That's up to you. You don't even have to go at this point.
I almost want to go just to confirm my suspicions.
I'll go too. I'll go with you. We'll stick together.
Okay, that'll work. That'll work.
Like,
I
what the
somebody to
heck?
cover my back.
He's like so much trust in these characters, NPCs, guys. So much trust.
Oh, wait a second. I can understand. Like, if somebody's been like the little girl, she's been living here for months, hasn't seen anything undue. We've been here for what, 9 hours?
Pretty much.
You know, and this is really our first exposure to him. Yeah, I'm waiting for the screaming to start.
Hmm. Okay. Well, when you get there, it's really more of a lengthy ceremony. More about, like, acting a proper way and doing certain things, rather than... It's like etiquette at this point, you know?
Okay.
There's definitely a culture here that you're not fully understanding. They're doing things exactly as best they can. Like, when the humans come up and do their offering, they are not expected to follow the etiquette, but they try to mimic it. If you guys want to make an offering to this large spider, you can. Because when they make an offering, the large spider does take a brief moment to speak with them.
I will.
Alright, what are you offering?
I'm going to play a song.
Okay. So, first of all, we're going to figure out how you guys want to roll your etiquette. Normally, it's going to be performance. But if you guys want to do something else for etiquette, we can do something else.
Oh, I didn't know I'd went. I was still drinking.
You can be drinking. Like, there's still other people and there's spiders with you drinking. So, you don't have to go participate in the offering.
I won't participate in the offering.
Alright, are you there to watch it, though?
Yeah, we'll be there to watch it.
Okay. So, it is all on Finn. So, Finn, one performance for etiquette and see how well you can manage to pull this off, and a secondary performance to see how well you play.
Okay.
You're pulling this off. Like, the spiders are surprised the fact that you're essentially picking up on, like, traditional forms of etiquette that you shouldn't have any knowledge of.
Yeah. See, there you go. It's all in the hips. All right. Now you need another one to see how well I play.
Yes.
Eh.
Oh!
Oh, come on, give him
You
advantage.
hurt yourself a lot there, man.
Give
Like
him advantage.
They know Beethoven from Aha.
Let's see.
Can you swap them?
Unfortunately, no. It's like, well, they were already... It was like a mixed feeling of, like, you pulled off the etiquette, but then they didn't really like the offering, but the large spider does give you, at best, we can assume is a large smile, and, like, gives you a clap or something, like some form of, like, yes, she appreciates your offering, and you get your chance to speak with her for a moment.
Okay.
She says that she welcomes you to her village, and that she is happy that you are here.
I am happy to be included in your festival, and we thank you for your hospitality.
Now, is there anything in particular you would like to ask of me, or ask?
Yeah. When does the screaming start? No.
Please don't ask that.
No, that's fine. It's just you know what? I'm their guest. I'm not going to come up and just start babbling off questions like I just met Meg Ryan or something. It's just, you know what? Thank you for inviting me to the party. You have a lovely home, kind of thing. That's it.
Mm-hmm. She definitely seems to appreciate it. And when you make no ask, we don't really ask her for anything. She tells you to roll D1000.
Oh, okay then. Oh,
Okay,
low.
well, nothing of particular interest, as she... Okay. Okay, well, that's interesting. It's clearly interesting. So, when you make your offering, and you make no when she says you make no request of me, so as a gesture, I offer you this. And she slides Someone else brings over an object and places it in front of you. Tells you this is blood ale. It's a rare brew that's made only once a year, and she offers this to you as a gesture of friendship and continued, camaraderie. That word I can't pronounce.
Camaraderie. Yeah,
Exactly, man. You got it too.
Camaraderie.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah. Okay. Not that I'm greedy or anything, but what is it? A flask, a cask?
It is technically is a. Imagine if you were given a giant jug of like 3 X's on it. It's like that. It's essentially a gallon.
No problem.
It's blood crimson red, and it hits you like a truck.
Okay, then I will sit there and thank her very much for her damned fine gift.
It weighs 5 pounds.
Okay. You have a good night, Your Holiness.
She gives you a bow, and following etiquette, you give her back a bow, and you walk out.
Okay, now what's this stuff called?
Blood venom ale.
Oh.
Blood venom ale.
Technically, it's blood ale by category, but it's venom by subcategory. And it's made once a year, so you got like the rarest thing.
Cool. All right, there we go. God, I wonder what I would have gotten if she would have liked this song.
Well, you rolled poorly, so that's rather unfortunate for you.
I know.
Actually, you rolled poorly twice. Like a 55 out of 1,000, that's really bad, actually. Okay.
But you got super rare booze out of it.
Yeah, I know. But
yes,
see, that's the
rare
thing.
booze,
Because either really high or really low, you've got a 50-50 chance of it being great or being really bad.
But if this is okay, what would have been good and what would have been great?
Yeah, I understand. That's fine. I mean, I'm not looking for, a +5 sentient, Vorpal sword or anything.
Or like
so.
you could have just like straight up gotten the freaking spider mask.
Yeah, there you go.
Like that actually was technically a possibility when you were doing this.
I mean, I gotta tell you, there's nothing better in the world than being able to spam web.
Yeah, it's definitely a good spell. So, with that completed, you all return to your various homes, and we do have a little bit more time before we wrap up. So, if you guys want to take a peek outside, we can definitely do that, since we have not looked at the world map in quite a while now.
No, I'm probably just gonna go back to the room, lay down, and get myself all snuggled up in bed, and then shoot that drink that I've been sipping on all night.
You take a shot, and you immediately pass out.
You'd go back to the room and step over me in the doorway.
Yeah, the only thing I want to do is in the morning, I want to go see Ren.
Okay. So in the morning you can see Ren. So, well, since there are no one's taking night actions, we'll go ahead and move to next morning. Does anyone want to go with Ryan's character in order to speak with Ren, the court wizard?
Okay then.
I'd probably end up staying asleep a bit.
Yeah, you got super drunk. I'm assuming you're passed out still.
He had a barrel of this thing, okay? Like, Finn's character took this, like, one cup of this and is out. He had a barrel.
Okay then, yeah.
He's probably still drunk. He's not even, like, a hangover yet. He's still drunk at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he has drunk sleep. He's, like, slack-jawed and...
Yes.
snoring. Okay.
Okay. What about Finn? What is Finn doing?
Oh, I'm typing it out now.
Well,
Burn.
you can also just say it now.
But I'm done.
He's almost done.
Okay. So you're getting ready. So, Ryan, you eventually make your way over. You're led to where Ren is, and you find him working busily. You find not only what you would expect to find, which is, a court wizard looking at books and whatnot. But what interests you most is that a lot of these books are human, or elven, or from other places beyond their territory.
Oh, wow.
He's busy reading through the various books and scrolls.
An educated arachnid.
Excuse me, Ren?
Yes. One of the strangers. I remember you. Well, you seem to have arrived first rather than your friends, I suppose.
Well, they had a lot to drink.
I see. Yes, many of the strangers do enjoy our ale.
You make it strong here for us.
Well, I find that rather interesting. I found that our ale is rather potent and rejuvenates the mind after a long day of spellcasting myself. But I suppose you humans are smaller. No, you're not human, are you? Your ears, your eyes, you're elven, aren't you?
I am.
He looks through a book and brings up a photo, a description of elves and other races, essentially.
Does he actually go into sub-race too?
It actually will go into that, but he's currently all he understands is that you're an elf.
That's very perceptive of you.
Yes, many of my tribe are. Your kind is very new to us, so it'll be a while before they fully understand the subtle nuances.
Yes, I've noticed that. Can I lean over and take a look into the book?
You can.
Does it actually say wood elf, high elf kind of things?
You're currently looking at essentially page let's say 10, where it still just covers the basic races, elves, dwarves, stuff like that. It doesn't go into sub races.
Okay.
The book on the cover does say a description of appearances and of other races of the known world. So basically, it will likely cover sub races, but right now it's the basic. This is an elf, pointy ears, tall, skinny.
Where did you get these books?
He says many of the books I acquire from trade with the other strangers and whatnot.
Okay.
Though I will admit, some of these scrolls, rather ancient, and were found on our various lands not too long ago, and he brings them out, and they are actually in forms of ancient Elven.
Will I be able to read that?
You would have to roll a successful
history?
What would it be? I guess it would be history. Successful history check in order to understand ancient Elven. And you won't know it every time, but you might know it this time, kind of thing.
Fuck.
You don't know it, but maybe next time you run into it, you'll understand.
Well,
he even inquires if you understand this language.
It is. Well, it is definitely some type of dialect of Elvish, but I would need some time with it to discern exactly what it says.
I see. Well, if you like, I could make you a copy, and I'll have it ready for you next time.
Well, my party was intending to head out today, so next time I'm in town, that would actually be fantastic. I'm extremely curious about this.
He rolls it up and sticks it up on the shelf. He says, well, that'll be very interesting. Now, I assume you came here for a reason. Did you need something of me?
Well, I actually wanted to ask, some of the worksmen for setting up the new town, and I heard that you were helping discern a good location for it. I was wondering if we could have a conversation about that.
Yes. An ancient method that I read that your people believe in, something called feng shui. He goes into the basic of feng shui, an idea that theoretically energy moves through stuff, and he makes it akin to the concept of Gaia theory, and the idea that there's life energy and everything, and he's trying to find you guys a spot with a bunch of it. So he's kind of looking for one of these vents, mostly because he believes it'll have life energy, and not that you guys are going to use it as a giant engine.
Well, that's actually something I wanted to ask. If you knew of any more of those something like that shrine that you have.
Why are you trying to cutting word someone?
No, I'm trying to add in my D8, but the only way I can do it is either to damage or to heal.
Okay.
So.
That'll be fine. I was just curious what you were doing.
So I was wondering if you, or even if you have a rough map of the top ground.
He tells you many of the maps of the above are, unfortunately, have been destroyed in the past. They were no one was able to keep too many of them. Though he does mention that there is a location somewhere that he does believe houses a serial spot. So he starts pulling out basically what's left of the map, which is unfortunately not very much. And he'll point out 2 locations. One is their ancient home. Tells you that unfortunately I don't suggest you go there. It is unlikely to be very safe. So he does not suggest you go there. You guys are currently on the world map, right?
I am. Yes.
Okay. Scroll out so our viewers can possibly see this. Okay. So he tells you that their ancient home, which is rather far, is, I suggest you scroll out as well, as he will reveal the area over there.
Okay.
It tells you there is, of course, one closer, and is a possible location, though. Though it does have the event and the available source from it. He doesn't suggest you make a city there because it's rather rough terrain and be hard pressed to build a successful city. They could definitely assist you in moving your supplies there, but they themselves would not build a city that far out.
Are you talking about the question mark?
That is their ancient home. This is the location nearby.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, it is at the crossroads of 2 rivers. Or it's a fork of 2 rivers, at least.
Yeah. For you guys, it'd be solid. It'd be a spot for you guys to be able to succeed in. But for them, it's not a good spot for them, really.
So what's so dangerous about this one that's further away?
It tells you that though there is a river, and as you can see, what he tells you is that, as he reveals the map a little more, is that it stands in the middle of a massive desert.
Oh no, the one that's further away.
One further away. One that were further away, they were driven out of there, man. That's why they're telling you not to go there, because what drove them out might still be there.
What was it that drove you out?
He says many myths can speak of various demons and monsters that drove them from their homes, but an exact description, and though I've looked at your various books, nothing really seems to speak of them, so I have no way of properly explaining it to you. And he tries to say it in their language, which consists of many, like, spider clicking noises. Pretty much. And he says, unfortunately, that's the best I can tell you.
Okay. Well, my companion and I were planning on making a well drafted map once we do get topside. So would you be interested in having a copy of that?
He says, yes. We've not had a map of the surface in quite a while now.
Okay, that is one of our goals. Once we do go up.
He does inform you that he did just inform you that there's a desert over there, so be careful.
Yeah. So that desert is a good thing to make note of. And all right. That's kind of what I wanted to ask of you. Was there anything else you wanted to ask of me?
He just starts asking you 100 questions, man. It doesn't matter what he asks. He just won't shut up. So I want you to roll me either a wisdom saving throw to maintain concentration to not be rude, or B, a deception check as you make an excuse to leave because he won't shut up.
18 for wisdom.
You're holding up. It's like you're doing it with a straight face. You're just like answering the questions, but this guy just keeps going. By the time he's done, you've answered like about 50 or 100 questions at this point. You literally stop counting. But he seems very curious about your world because it's a new world. In the same way that your character would be interested in this place, he's interested in you and like what's beyond.
I would like to bring up that one the Traders Guild that hired me to come over here was actually curious about if any of your people wanted to take the voyage across the sea to experience our world.
I would love to. Are
Nice.
you sure?
Nice, Ryan.
All right, and there's great libraries of books like these that just waiting to be read, and that would be
Objective 1 completed. Congratulations, Ryan.
which yeah.
Okay. When he actually gets on the boat and leaves, it'll be a little while, but you will receive some extra stuff, and you will also, because you kind of did it yourself, and though it was meant to originally be spread around the party, you did it solo, so you received 900 experience by yourself for completing this objective.
Woo!
It's like no one even spoke to the guy, so there's no one even able to remotely claim that they helped.
I sought him out. I talked to him. I convinced him.
You received 900 experience. Congratulations.
All right. So just letting that conversation go to a natural end and letting us go along because it's almost on the hour. After that, I'll head back to the party, and so we could depart.
Yeah. Pretty much all you have to do there is you have to introduce him to the captain, because he is here somewhere.
Oh, the captain's in the...
Yeah. You
City?
introduce him to the captain, tells him, like, this is the guy that's going to go visit. You make sure... You were told, if nothing else, that he's not going to be harmed. At worst case scenario, he's going to get eaten. So, good luck with that.
That captain's going to be in port for at least a week. I mean, hell, he just spent 6 months at sea.
Yeah, it's going to be a while before he leaves, so... But basically, you have to introduce him, he knows what's going on, he's going to take the spider back, and then...
I will gladly do all that. And
help.
helping out on the ship, I'm sure I'm friends with him, too.
You probably definitely made friends with him.
I'm just making bridges for everybody.
Yeah, and I'm right behind you burning them suckers down.
Okay. So, the last thing I think we're going to do is you guys reconvene. No one has anything else to do in the town, so you pack up your things and you begin leaving the city and are taking the long way out as you arrive on the surface. Okay, so this right here, that is the city at the very tip. Here's you guys. So we have you guys move around a bit, but we're kind of stretched on time. So anything in particular you want to do, maybe you see like a large question mark over there.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we're headed that way ourselves, but there is one thing I want to do before we stop.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what I'm going to do.
You tell me what you're going to do, man. Okay.
Find Steed.
Once we hit the surface.
As you arrive at the surface, you cast Find Steed, and you guys see a majestic creature descend from the skies above, a large flying eagle. Large enough to carry one person and only one person.
Well, that's majestic as fuck.
An arrow.
What, Doc's not going to check his scrolls?
What's that?
For the eagle?
Here you go, Thoc. Dinner.
And Ryan's background is sailor, but apparently he felt that was necessary to say.
I can do that? Oh
yeah,
my god.
You can do that.
Oh, that's funny.
Yep.
It actually does come in handy. So,
See, I haven't bothered to do all that yet. I want to kind of let the character grow a little bit before I start buttonholing myself in.
Yeah. Like, I never really forced you guys too much to do your ideals and your bonds and stuff. That's all up to you, really. So, this is where we're going to leave it. So, you guys summon your bird. Everything's ready to go. That thing's going to be able to fly around. You have a giant...
Our adventure begins.
Yes, you do. So, yeah. Next time, you'll explore the world. Maybe get eaten. Maybe get spat out again. There's plenty of things that could happen.
Question mark is...
Yes, it's definitely there. There's multiple question marks now. You know that two of those are one of those geysers. But the bigger question is, are all the geysers the same?
Mm-hmm.
What if one of them is... not an exhaust vent, but the opposite, and it sucks in.
In an intake, yeah. See, that's why I'm sitting there wondering about that one out there that's a desert out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's right there at the middle of two rivers. I wonder if the river is either salt water or two, so superheated that nothing can grow.
It's possible that it's so heated that's why that entire area is just void of any plant life, and that's why it became a desert.
Right.
And then the concept again of the Gaia theory. Maybe it's an intake valve for the Gaia, and it's sucking in all the life. Because if what their belief is true, and this vent lets out life, maybe that's where it goes in.
Yeah, that's where we should tell the religious party that's coming to live.
Got them. Okay.
All right.
Well, I think the only other thing I'll do once we get to ground is actually, like, with Finn, is start accurately trying to draw out the edges of the map, because we are at the corner of it.
Mm. So right now, the area you see is what you can currently visibly see as, humanoids of humanoid vision. You don't have crazy infinite vision.
Right. Each hex is how big? 50 miles? 10 miles?
Each hex is meant to be 1 day's worth of travel. So you can make multiple days of travel, and as long as you have the rations for it, you guys can just keep going. We're not going to do each individual tile like we did previously.
Hence the reason why I bought 30 days worth of rations.
Yeah. Definitely a good idea. So you guys will be able to move relatively quickly going by day, and only if an event occurs within that area will anything happen. If you were to bring an engineer and run across a hidden event that involves an engineer, you'll get engineering stuff.
Oh, are we bringing him?
If you want to bring him, you can bring him. Like
Right.
he already wanted to go.
Well, yeah, if he wants to come, I guess why not? Like, if he was really up to the explore that much, I don't see why not.
We're not going to babysit you. You'll pull your own weight. Or
Pretty much.
Damn it.
But yeah, because realistically, you guys are trying to head to the freaking question mark, right? So
Yeah.
if you're heading directly to the question mark, well, not that question. I'm talking about the one over here to the left.
Yeah.
If you're heading there, you might as well bring him because you're gonna have to eventually anyway.
Yeah, okay, we could bring him then.
It's like you're already heading to a possible city starting location. You can head there, have him take a look. You might even bring his full crew. If you can protect this whole team, they'll probably all head out there to check it out.
Well, we don't know the danger yet.
What's his name?
His
name was the
Bobby?
engineer was Benny.
Benny. Benny's allowed to bring one assistant with him.
Okay. Let me jot that down. Okay, so you're bringing Benny. You turned the light on. It's dark now, and I can't see my keyboard. Okay. You are bringing Benny.
Benny the engineer. Let's put that in the cart of wonder.
And
Benny the engineer's in the cart of wonder.
And one assistant.
I've just been keeping notes, like Ren, the court wizard. I'll put up a note that you sent him to his doom to be.
It's a long voyage.
Yeah, I know, but you know darn well they're going to do an autopsy on him.
Well, if he dies, accidentally.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure, like he knows that we're curious about their people too. I would like him to bring if he has any anatomy books, things about his own people to bring over.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to kind of meta that and say that I told that to him while he gets ready to set 6 months.
I suppose that makes some sense. If nothing else, you didn't, and it's too late.
Yeah.
So, the main thing that's going to come up here is when you guys are talking about these... Well, I guess you don't say it aloud, these possible theories of intake and outtake valves, did you? Because the engineers are there.
Oh, they would. I assume they'd be telling us about it.
Okay, well, when you guys make up theories and they actually say it themselves because they're NPCs and they can't hear your thoughts, they talk about intake and outtake valves, and they say that if this desert really is an intake valve, though it could possibly pose some future threats in the form of, what exactly is it intaking? If it's life, then there's going to be some issues. But if it's intaking air and water, and that's why it's so dry, then they could still use it as an engine. You just stick it upside down and have it blow the other way. It will still power their various engines. It just won't blow. It'll suck in.
It'll still work like a wind turbine.
It would still
Yes.
work like a wind turbine, yes. So they would still be able to use it for power.
A water wheel, anything like that.
Yeah. So it's still functional. It's just the main thing that comes up is like the lack of water.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, there's supposedly 2 rivers there, but
Yes.
we'll guess we won't find out that for a couple of episodes.
Yeah. So the main thing is it's possible that there's no water there at all. It's like at the end of the day, this is a map of an island in the air. Maybe all that water is not actually water. It's clouds at best. So
Right.
when you get there, that might not be water. The map that he shows you would indicate water when they first passed it, but that's a long time ago. They're talking about the ancient ancestors that made the journey here.
Yes, but that was also still a desert at that time.
It was a desert at the time. It could not be a desert right now.
Okie dokie.
All right, and that is where we're going to leave it. So,
Bye. I'm gonna say bye, Twitch folks.
bye, Twitch people.
Goodbye, Twitch. Come next week.
Exactly.
Bye.
Come next week, or all the partners are going to die. It's going to be your fault, totally your fault, and not mine. The partners will all die of starvation because there aren't enough viewers.
Whoa. Viewers are the rations.
Exactly. No.
See, now that's a way to punish us or to help us. We either get hurt or helped by the amount of viewers that show up per episode.
Exactly.
That's just evil. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's just evil. Let's do experience and
It would motivate us to be more entertaining.
Exactly, guys. You should really work on that. Other than that, I am working on advertising more often and making sure that there's definitely some form of knowledge out there that says we're having a show periodically.
Well, heck, everybody's going to come to listen to Thok anyways. I mean, the guy's just never...
he's a genius.
hmm.
Like everything he says is so well thought out.
Yeah, it works out pretty damn well. So, experience. Realistically, you guys fought and I gave out combat experience. So the last thing to do is RP experience.
Okay, wait a second. We got combat experience?
Yes, you
There we
did.
go.
450.
450?
Yeah,
Okay.
for those who participated in combat.
Sorry.
Okay, well, I was there.
Unfortunately, like I kept saying it, man. Like I can understand that your character would not leave your egg, but there's no way you'll be able to get in combat while putting your armor on, and that's why some characters just choose never to bathe, just for the risk of that, and that makes their character very odd. Because who would really not bathe for that long?
Thok.
Doc has
Which
an
is why
RP
Doc
reason
was
to never
Julia.
bathe. Okay, so using the Dungeon World end of session stuff for RP experience, and that's what we're gonna do unless I give you individual RP experience. So did we learn something new and important about the world we're in?
Oh, God.
That there's
So-
a fucking floating island.
That's been the whole...
Exactly.
Whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
There's intelligent spiders that praise Gaia and think of and a potentially exhaust vent that's holding up all these floating islands could be their. Oh my god, I can't even word it.
Keep going. You're getting experience for everything you can think of, guys. Come on.
They were driven out of their home city, all
Mhm.
like from freaking how far away, according to the burnt map that he
Oh,
had.
that's like months away, man. Like these
Yeah.
people were dragged across for like almost a year.
And they passed by another one to get to this one.
Yeah, they felt it was bad juju because it's a desert.
It's bad juju.
To use crystals as a light source. I mean, that's the sky.
That's new. Yeah, that's definitely new. Like it does. show that there is something going on with those crystals. Like, they clearly are drawing energy from something. And the fact that the crystals somehow know night from day, that works, is interesting as well.
I was under the impression that somebody almost like flipped a switch magically to turn them on to create the day and the night cycle. But I could see how, it could go another way.
Like, it could be like in tune with like the lunar cycle kind of thing, you know?
These creatures, like these spider people, seem like really open to everything. Like they find a new race and they're just like, oh hey yeah, come and stay in our city and like tell us about yourself and we'll tell you about us and.
Well, any type of civilization, especially one that this is obviously a city. It's not like they're individual groups; they're a city, so they're going to thrive on trade and commerce, just like anybody else.
And from what you've understood, they actually said it themselves that they've had other village like strangers come before, but they were less welcoming and more threatening.
Right? Yeah, the Minotaurs.
Yeah, Minotaurs and probably other people too. So they fought off other strangers before, but the fact that they're still willing to let you guys in, it's like I've been stabbed like 5 times by another group of strangers. Am I really just gonna let this other group of strangers walk in?
I don't care. The screaming is gonna start eventually.
You missed the screaming. I was screaming for you.
But they're so open. Like there's a spider that took an orphan in.
Yeah.
They're just fattening them up.
You guys are just like never gonna trust these spiders, is he?
I already freaking do. These people seem amazing to me.
Yeah, well, I can understand his point, and I also understand mine. Like I said, we've been here for what, maybe 18 hours?
A day by at this point.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to change somebody's mind in a day.
Okay. Anything else new and interesting with the world?
They use beetles as mounts.
Yeah.
Sure.
We bought one.
What's this Wii stuff? I didn't get any money from you.
Once I find some.
Well, you have some. It's called the giant egg in your bag there.
That is not currency.
It technically is.
That is not currency.
Oh yeah, wait till somebody offers you a +5 sentient sword for it, and we'll see how long that leg lasts.
No. In the next 2 months?
2 months and like a week.
I'm gonna have to be really careful in combat for the next 2 months.
Well, look at it. We track days by how many tiles you move, so you'll know how long it's been.
Now, does that thing need to be kept warm? Does it need to be kept by his body, or can he just wrap it up really good and lock it in a chest?
It probably does need to stay with him.
I've been keeping it.
Like you wrap it up and stick it in his chest. It's not gonna. It doesn't produce its own heat. It needs to have heat come from somewhere else.
Okay, I understand.
Okay. Also, if you guys keeping track of day, it'd be January 2nd now. 01/02/ we. You know what? You guys want to decide a year? Like what year it is in this game?
Let's just call it year 0.
Okay. So it's
we haven't been alive a year yet, so
it's year 3000.
Okay.
3000.
Yeah, 3000. This is actually set in a post-apocalyptic world of like crazy stuff happened, and you guys are what's left. It's a possibility. So
what else did we learn? Anything?
Right. Well, there is more stuff to go, and if you guys can think of something, we'll go ahead and add it. So, did we defeat a notable enemy or monster?
Those mushroom things.
Mushroom things, which are... I was actually surprised that we didn't run into something completely new and different.
Like, right now, it's still pretty new, and I'm working on other like monsters that are more interesting.
Oh, that's fine, that's fine.
It's like, periodically, I can't make every single thing, you know?
Yeah.
If a random encounter says you have to fight something, I don't have something prepared, I'll just throw something normal at you.
Yeah. I single-handedly took one out in 1 round.
That was great, actually.
That was really good.
And like, he just rolled down the waterfall to his doom. Okay.
See, I was worried about him taking damage going down the river and coming out of it.
Yeah, but he floats. So
Exactly.
he just goes down. He's not gonna drown because he's a plant. He doesn't breathe air. Let's see. Did we loot a memorable treasure? You guys didn't really loot anything, did you? You gained loot. So I guess you got some stuff.
Well, I got that compass and then gave away. We got the silk and the cloths. What was the third thing that we got from that?
Yeah, we got the dragon or the spider venom ale.
You got silk cloth and ale, and then you got the extra strong ale as well.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
We did a lot for this session, I think.
Yeah. Well, a lot of it is you're essentially in the tutorial. Okay. Like, come on. There was literally an event where a guy just walked up and said a lot of things that made no sense unless you knew it was a game.
Right.
So the last thing we're gonna say is, what was your favorite part? And that's it. So what do you guys enjoy? Also, here's your experience. Everyone receives 500.
Favorite part?
Yeah.
I got my whole thing with Ren and got 900 XP for it.
I like teaching everyone new languages.
That's always good. It's like, you don't really get a chance to do that unless you're like doing a sea voyage and you're skipping it, because otherwise it's so much effort to do. Anyone else? Dwarf, anything?
I enjoyed it all, so I'm okay.
Okay. So, I think what we're going to do is something extra that we didn't do previously, is as a group, we're going to decide on one person to receive inspiration. And that person should be the one who theoretically did the most this session. So, who do you guys think did the most? And if we all agree on it, that person receives one inspiration to use next session.
Oh, that was Sock. Easy.
Thok did the most planning of how he's going to take over the world.
No. Come on, it was
You never know.
Ryan basically did all the talking, and all that stuff, and took forever to get to the fight. But Ryan did a lot. I'll give.
I got Ren. I have to agree to it.
All right. Well, that's pretty much a consensus there. So, there you go, man. Ron has one inspiration.
Oh man, the inspiration box is like the D&D ampersand when you click on it.
Really?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay then. All right. So that is it. Thanks for watching. Show's coming to an end. Everyone, please say goodbye to the people that don't exist.
Bye.
Bye.
Ding. I put my
Yes.
phone